Holy fricksicles! You are my first welcome.
Wasn't muted. Apparently my mic just decided to choose a different mic. Thank you. Hi. Thank you for being first. Okay, we did those stitches. I'm trying to figure out where I was in this. Myself. How are you today, Spoopy? Oh, I am so white in the camera. Looks like I never see sun. Start from the top. Alright, so we are seeing if we can try to finish up this author tonight. Hopefully. Okay, I need to mess with a mic setting here. Okay, when it did that, see if it's still, yeah, that's still fine. Let's see if that's fine. Test that. Seems better. Alright, so we've got a band on the book here, and then way over here. Okay, it looks better. Just trying to mess with the settings on my microphone so it picks up a little bit less of my husband in the back. Seem to be picking up a little too much. I messed with a few settings earlier today. Is there any other of this A crew anywhere nearby that I need to do? Before I kill this thread? No, not at all. Okay. So that's the E crew done for this area. Gosh, this other little book underneath. We have the book to do underneath. There's another person right here. And then there's a picture right up here. So I'm hoping we can get all of that done tonight. The picture's rather stitch kind of deep, so that I'm not sure we'll get it all done. I'm hoping we will, but maybe not. But the white, yeah. It's a beautiful day today, so we spent a ton of time outside. I think we went outside around like 9:30 and didn't really come back inside until 1:30 or so. Why I laugh at how white I come up on camera, because I'm actually getting more sun than I typically do. I'm just that pale. And my white balance probably isn't great. No, love this song. There you go, that's better. Let's get my mini player so that I can change it easier. Set up things the way I actually like them set up. Why am I dropping frames? Am I still dropping frames, or is there just a bad moment? I think there might have been just been a bad moment. Okay, keep an eye on that. Um, hmm. Oh yeah, I wanted to do one other thing real quick. This might kill the frame rate for a second. Okay. Seems fine. That did cause my drop frames to spike. That's fine. I knew that was coming. Hopefully it doesn't continue. So we're just basically filling. Yeah. Oh. what we can do. I'm just in the sun. Listen, son. A picky mood tonight. Okay. I'm really hoping that when the next month's part of this pattern gets released, it's only like one author to give me much more room to catch up. The July one was decently big, only puts me even further behind. As in Pattern Keeper, I am currently on 5, 10. About almost 3,000 stitches behind. And that didn't add, and that doesn't include the July ones, because I weren't over the pattern yet. Let's kill this thread. It's already getting tangled. Start another one. One second. I just heard something, and I need to go check. Be right back. Sorry about that. I just heard a package get delivered. There was a package I was waiting on that my mom sent for my little dude. That just arrived. Okay, we're getting close to the end here. I start paying attention. Restore the 2. Then 2, 2 here. Why do you think I want to listen to Black? All right. Da, da. We need good music today to keep me moving. It's just the tiniest amount of that white. Okay, let's do that little bit of the white. A little bit more that's up in that artwork, but I don't want to stretch and try to count it over. What I probably will do is actually cut this thread in half, and I'll use half of it. Not wasting as much thread. Let's see. Yeah, I can put that there. Okay, so that's all the white for right now. God. Let's wait till we'll do that color after. Okay, that one works better. I'm happier when we found this color. Okay, this color is in both sections, but there's enough of this color that I'm hoping I don't need to start another thread of this color, just this one. See? Thread efficient. Go one up. And then the next row is same. Ba, 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 ba. And this is another author where, like, I know of them, but haven't actually read much of their work. Not really a huge horror buff, so even like thriller, suspense, whatever, I don't really enjoy a ton. And one of the local, yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, so next row is the same. Okay, so I'm probably definitely have to start another thread. Oh no. Oops. That wasn't. Oh. Uh, oh, hey Miko, how are you? I am doing great. My brain's once again a little fried because we spent a good 5 hours or so outside this afternoon or this morning into afternoon. But it's nice getting some sunny days. We had 11 weekends in a row of rain. This is one of the first weekends in a long time that wasn't rainy for at least one of the days. Both days were nice. Spent a ton of time outside. Have you been working on any fun projects, Miko? It's another. Okay. Big question now is going to be whether I want to count this over to the next spot or not. It's worth it. Goodbye. The other day we went to Michael's to pick up a couple things I needed, and my little dude was riding around in the cart with my husband looking at all the yarn or something. And we ended up picking up a yarn that caught his eye. How do I want to hold this? I don't want to count it out. I'm gonna stick it over here. Worry about it later. And so he picked out this loops and thread charisma, which is super bulky yarn I'm not used to working with. And it was really nice just how quickly it was working up. Something I am not used to at all. But ends up that I need probably at least one more ball to finish the project. I bought two because that was all the store had at the time when he picked the yarn. I was like, well, I'm definitely gonna need more than the one ball he chose. So I picked up the second one, but that was all they had in stock. So you'd have to wait till my local one gets in stock or drive up to one of the other ones. But I'm making like a little poncho sweater for him that I think is going to turn out really cute. It was really fun to make, so I might make a few more of those to sell, maybe. As usual, I have a whole lot of ideas for things, but no time. Where am I going to be able to bind this one on? Let's see. What are the other colors around this one? Okay. Next color. Okay, sure. Let's do that one. 34, 34. So this one, I'm gonna do the little handle that's right here. Getting that done. And then we'll just set this thread aside. This is the thread color for edge of the bookcase. The edge of the bookcase uses two different browns. This is one of them. So I can just park it down at the bottom where I have some bookcase I haven't worked on. Come back to it. I've got a lot of like fiddly kind of frame bits and stuff that I've been just skipping over. Like I didn't finish these two books off to the side because I just wanted to start on the author. So I've got some finishing work I have to go back through. Like I haven't done any of the backstitch at all from the full pattern, in addition to the extra backstitch I want to do. We'll get there. But I have a feeling this project will not be finished on time. But that's alright. Okay, let's park this one down here, so I guess the closest spot this brown is in. And that I think will, yeah, give me the count I need for this random thread that I set aside. But I can get it out of my way. Go back through to get back to the back. Release.
Also, another thing.
So that. Stop that. All right. Why this feels so unnatural traveling backwards. Normally work this way, I guess. Feels very unnatural. Sorry, one second. I don't mind. This is like one of the few Blackpink songs I don't mind. Most of them don't do it for me. Do, 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 do. Do. Going as fast as I can. If I can't get this done. Okay, my tablet is not loading the thing I'm trying to load in the background. It's annoying. Alright, stop trying to do what you're trying to do. Not worth it right now. Alright, and so pretty much for this side, just up until the string runs out. I don't think I'm going to get to actually where we'll end. It's gonna be one row above the R? Yeah. I don't know if we'll get that far. Okay, this is already giving slightly unmanageable. But red. Start another later. So let's. Now that that's done, what's the next color down here? Yeah, we can do that one. Blue. Sorry. Notifications on my watch are very distracting. Okay, so where are we starting here? Here? Yeah. Here. So one thing I've been doing in some of my downtime during the day is watching some of the legal drama that's happening in gland of watching a murder trial, the Karen Reed murder trial. And that just finished up. The jury's in deliberation. That's been an interesting thing to watch. Definitely don't want to be living anywhere near those cups. I forgot this was their debut song. Four? 1, 2, 3, 4. Two. That's 4. So 2 up. I just thought it was. All right. What colors are these? That's black. That's another blue. Black here. That will be black, so I'll hide that well. Oops. Go. Where are we? 2518, I guess. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this one here. Okay, so that's those 3 little stitches down there. Ooh, hiccups. And then move back up into here. We do have an ad break coming up here in a couple minutes. I am going to very quickly do a BRB during that ad break. Need to go fix something real quick in the kitchen. It's making some iced tea and it's decidedly well since steeped. But I should be back before the ad break ends. Alright, let me set up my BRB real quick here. So I will be back before the ad break ends. Enjoy ads, I shall be right back. All right. Back. And I've got cookies. Little tiny baby cookies. Mm-hmm. Welcome back from Ed's Friends. Okay, we're getting there. I don't know if we'll actually manage to finish this the way I would hope, but we're making a dent. We'll see if we actually get there or not. Da, da, da. That is those. Those two. Uh, two go all the way across. This does go. This particular color does go all the way across. Just don't want to go all the way across right this second. Here. This is a random food change. I don't hate it. I don't hate the song, but just a bit jarring. Okay, I think I'm gonna get rid of this thread. It's feeling a little awkward now. Like a certain length where like you just need to be done with that thread. Like yes, I could probably do another bit with it, but it's just getting too awkward to be comfortable. I don't need to be a super stickler for thread ends. It's just going to become a bigger problem than I want it to be. Okay, so what did we do? We did that one. We did that. Let's go back down to this person here. Escape. Hey, how are you, Harry? I am doing great. And we're at the end of the tunnel for this author. You're getting there. How are you doing today? Up to anything fun? Nice. I actually got to sleep in very slightly, which is a miracle. I woke up at like 6:15, looked at the clock, and went, "Whoa! What do you mean? I actually got to sleep past 6?" So like normally my little dude just kind of like stays in bed and yells, but he's recently discovered he can open his door and get out. He did that a couple days, and then kind of stopped. But this morning when I was in the washroom before I went and got him, he kind of busted out of his room and went, "Is it morning time?" He was so excited. And I was like, "Dude, I am not fully awake." But he was so excited about it being morning time. And then it was telling me how he was going to be, or how, sorry, I was going to be Villain Ice, and he was going to defeat me with Song Power. This is a segment from the newest Blues Clues that he is obsessed with. So I was going to be the villain, Villain Ice, and he was going to be the superhero, and was going to defeat me with Song Power. It was great. I still hadn't had coffee yet. I was still trying to go to the washroom as I was being instructed on my villain capabilities. The joys of toddler parenthood. Other than that, we spent like 5 hours today outside just playing in the sun. Yeah, yeah, we haven't gotten jumped on yet, thankfully. Oh, sorry, I haven't gotten jumped on. My husband definitely has slightly. But that usually has been my doing. I've sicked him on him to try and get him out of bed. Did you have a good Father's Day? That's the way it should be. And for me, the basic deal is that I'm a morning person, my husband isn't. So, like, if I asked him to, he would get up with him and hang out with him in the morning. But I'll still be awake anyway. So, what's the point when he can sleep through it? That's what you did for Father's Day. You were mostly left alone to putter. That is vaguely what my husband wanted to. My husband actually went out hunting, or went out fishing for a little while. It was the same thing I wanted for Mother's Day. Just, I want some time to just be alone. Sometimes that is the greatest gift. Just to leave me alone for a little while. um, what's not matching here? Where did we screw up? I see where we screwed up. Now two down. Just one row over. All the difference. Interesting thing is that my husband's on vacation this week, which always throws off all of our routines, but it's also really fun. It means, more quality time together as a family. We have a bunch of friends visiting next weekend, so that'll be fun. Means I'm not sure if we'll be able to get to Sunday stream or not. It depends how I feel after the chaos weekend. I might need to not. We'll see. Um, this actually the color that's down here. I can finish off these couple stitches. Played Minecraft, did some army lists for your miniatures games, organized your paint pile, took your team to nice. Man, naps. I am not someone who naps. I struggle, but just the idea of having the ability to have one. I don't actually want a nap. I just want to be able to take a nap if I want one. The freedom to be able to nap should I so choose would be lovely. I had fun painting minis. The one time I did. That was fun. My husband used to be really into Warhammer Fantasy. When we could find a community for him to play with. So he used to play a ton of that. So I played a little. I am not good at it. I discovered very quickly I am not good at it. But I did enjoy painting. That was fun. Off-brand Warhammer. Oh, what was the? There was a football one that was a thing for a while. We started playing. It wasn't the Warhammer Blood Bowl. It was a different one. Hmm. What was it called? Can't remember what it was called. But that was fun. I had a lot of fun with that. I'm still not good at it. I'm really not good at miniatures games, I've discovered. I really like watching people play them. I myself am not good at it. You're not good at it either. I mean, fair. But for me, it's the intimidation of some of the communities are so big and competitive that it's not necessarily always fun to be trying to learn in those environments. They're not always the most supportive. And there's the fun challenge when like you go into a comic book shop as like one of the few girls who's interested. With a whole bunch of guys, some of whom do not know how to talk to a person, yet alone someone of the opposite gender. That was always entertaining. That was always that way. The like token girl friend of like a geek group. Still trying to figure out what the name of that soccer miniatures game was that we played. Football, soccer, something. What was it? Yeah, yeah. I have trouble focusing on like coming up with like the best strategic move. I'm more likely to just run in all guns blazing and then like miss the whole strategic. Oh, I should have avoided this or whatever. Usually my downfall to a lot of things. There, I don't have a ton of subtlety in my strategy for games. Like when I played Warhammer, I played a rogue, but I used to joke that I was a rogue tank because I didn't play a rogue properly. I just ran around pretending I was a tank. That didn't go well. The thing that I actually really miss doing that we used to do a ton, but haven't been able to do since we moved, and we moved far away from all of our friends and social circle, and then we had a kid and stuff like that. So it's been hard to have like a steady thing. But we used to have like a weekly board game night and stuff like that. Missed that. That was fun. We have a lot of really fun kind of designer board games that don't get to play anymore. Ours is I wouldn't say modest. It has all of the excitement of a couple before they had kids and were really into board games. If you know what a Kallax bookshelf is from IKEA, we have completely filled 2 of those with board games. Just drop that in the middle until I can take this off the frame to leave it in the back. And like I said, we used to play every week with another couple rather consistently. It was kind of our big hobby. Like we didn't go out for dinner very often. We didn't go see movies. We didn't. Those weren't the things we did. It was board games. Like realistically, a good designer board game is equivalent to what? Going to see a movie in the theater once, maybe twice, and you can get way more value out of it. That's often how I look at things. Where you do like the equivalent of how many hours of work do you have to work to buy this thing versus how many hours of enjoyment can you get out of it. Like that's why even though things like knitting and cross stitch and all these things, like the finished product I get out of it versus like the amount of money, like yes, I can buy sweaters for $5-10 versus like a sweater I would knit is gonna be like $100-200 in yarn alone plus the time. But I get the enjoyment of making it, and then I get the value of the sweater afterwards as well. So those type of things. And other completely non-material bonuses of things like having something that fits and is truly something you like, and blah 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 blah. Well, like I'm excited too of like when my kid gets older, being able to introduce him to really fun, interesting, different board games. Like we were debating getting him one of the like super early young board games from Haba last Christmas, and just decided last Christmas he wasn't at the right point to gain a lot of information because he's kind of in between like the really basic ones were like too easy and the next level was too hard. It just felt like at Christmas he was just in between. It wasn't right last year. we'll see what we find this year. I think definitely something this year for sure. I'd like to start introducing him to that idea and getting him into board games. And one of my favorite games to be silly with. Ooh, there you go. Yeah, once I start reading, that's always exciting. Like, my favorite board game is Ticket to Ride. It is by far my favorite game, and so we've gotten when the Ticket to Ride Juniors first started coming out, we got it for my niece, and I thought it was so silly that we got a copy for herself, and that is the most intense game we play because we play it on like Ticket to Ride on steroids. We play it almost in dead silence, just speed playing. It is insane. It becomes cutthroat. So funny. Yeah, my Ticket to Ride collection, I wish was bigger. I think we're at 6, 7 maps. UK, Pennsylvania, Europe, Africa, Netherlands, Markland, Junior. There's probably another one in there. Yeah, something like that. We got a few. I actually don't like the base American map. It's on like my wish list of maps to get, it's one of my least favorite. I'd rather play Europe if I'm gonna play just a base game. I think my favorite is UK. I like the complication of the technologies. Although it's not one we play often because it's not the easiest to teach to newer people. That's why I like Ticket to Ride though, is because you can teach them the base game, and then the expansions are just adding one more small feature, but they already know the base game, so it's less intimidating. So it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite games to introduce to people who have never played like anything outside like the standard Hasbro like family night games. I don't know. My favorite type of games are those games that are oh, Pandemic, yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite types of games are the games that are really simple to learn to start with. Like the mechanics are really simple. Like you can only do like one or two things on your turn, that's it. But then getting really good at the game is really hard. Like another game that we have that I think is really interesting like that is Medina. You're building basically like a little Indian town kind of thing. And literally all you can do on your turn is play 2 wood pieces. That is all you have to do. But there is a dynamic amount of choices in how you would play those 2 pieces and win. But that's all you can do in your turn. So teaching it is really simple. And I like it's a whole big box of chunky wooden bits, which is also really nice. I don't think we're gonna finish this off there tonight. We're getting close though. I think what other games we have that I really like. I don't actually like Carcassonne. Carcassonne and Settlers of Catan are two of like the really big games that like everyone recommends that I actually don't really like that much. I have Carcassonne, but I don't actually like it that much. Um, it's not a good intro game, but I do really like Manhattan Project. It's a fun kind of resource management engine building game. Do you like trick-taking card games? Yeah, that's why I don't like Catan. Games where one bad decision near the start can put you out, and so then you just have to sit there playing the whole game knowing that you're losing makes it not fun. Some of the best games are the ones where you think you might be winning or at least feel like you might be in the running the whole time are really nice. When there's a clear you've lost from the beginning, I'm not interested. For trick taking card games, so like you play each person plays one card and wins the hand. I really like one called Niet, where like you every round you change the rules of like what suit is trump, what high or low. Like it's really interesting because you start the game doing a round where each person chooses something that the round isn't. So it's not going to be this trump, or it's not going to be this thing, or it's not going to be that thing until everyone has picked down to what the actual ones are. So Niet's really fun for that. And it's a very small, little, simple trick taking game. There's also like a little two-player one that me and my husband play a lot together. It's a two-player game. I think it's called Fox in the Forest or something like that, which is also really fun. I do not know what Oh Hell is. It's so funny. The ones that are often like with regular decks of cards, I feel like are just such wild, like, individual family has made this up type games. Oh, my light has been dying. Okay. And my camera dies? Oh, nope, there it's back. It's basically spades, except trumps are random, and you start with a card of one hand, and each hand is one larger than the last till you do a whole deck. We play another game similar to that you can actually buy the deck for. It's called Wizards. That's also really fun. It has an extra card, the Wizards, which are like super trump. And then you have to try and guess each round how many tricks you're going to win. So the points aren't in actually winning the tricks, but accurately reading your hand and knowing how many tricks you're going to win. That one's a good one too. Actually, let's not use all this thread or just 4 stitches. Maybe we'll con some friends into playing some games next weekend when they come to visit. Yeah, Wizards is a good one too. Where am I here? Oh, why did I make this so awkward? Oh, good, Harry. I'm going to be calling it an end of stream here shortly. Do one more color or so. Light's dying. I really don't want to necessarily reset the lamp. Which one do I want to do? Do red. Hey. I haven't been putting away my thread as I've been grabbing new colors, so I just have like 10 spools of floss all scattered around with like extra pieces just sitting on top. I have to spend a minute tidying up here when I'm done. Oh, looks like ads are coming right up here in a moment, friends. Alright, Harry, you can right back during ads. No. No to that song. No to this song. That's a better song. Oh, right, ads are done. Sorry about that, Harry. You coming right back in as the ads were popping. I was actually trying to pause them because I missed the note coming up that they were coming. Missed that memo they were coming. Was trying to pause them, but also missed the pause button. Bad luck. Okay, so 2 up. Oh, that's I think once I finish with this red thread, we're going to be looking for someone to raid in. It is getting late. My little overhead light has died. And what I'd like to believe that my little man will let me sleep in. I doubt that I'm going to get that luxury 2 days in a row. But we didn't quite finish the author today, but we're really close. We just have the rest of this picture to do. Goes up to about here, just right above that R. There's a bit left to do. It should go pretty quick. The longest thing is often just doing all the color changes. We did a lot of color changes. But there's some bigger chunks in this next section with this picture. That should go pretty quick. I have a couple things I need to get done this week. So I might not get a chance to work on this particular project off stream. So next Sunday might just be like finishing, like going back through and tidying up some unfinished stuff for this project. Just like the stage it's at. I've got a little bit down in Lewis Carroll at the bottom here that I haven't finished, like Alice's hair. We got like these books that I haven't finished. I've got the border along the top, the like decorative wavy border. Oh, good, no problem at all. I definitely understand the parenting comes first. Oh, right. Well, we made good progress tonight. I think we did well. But we are going to go see who we can find to raid out so I can start the process of getting to bed. Let's see who's around that we can go say hi to. Oh, I did forget to do show and tell. I forgot to do Discord show and tell. Boys, let's do that first. Because I don't think there's actually much to show off right now. I think there's just the one thing in Discord. So Miss Mushroom Kippy made these really cute little Pikachus. That bridal dress that she was telling me she was working on last stream turned out absolutely gorgeous. I am in love with them. Let's just mark it as a thumbs up so I know that I saw it. They're super cute. Alright. Now, because that was all that was in the show and tell. So now let's figure out who we're streaming into. I think I know where we're going. Let's go see Miss Hijinks. Thank you very much for hanging out with me, Harry, and everyone else. Please say hi to Miss Hijinks, and hopefully I will see you guys again tomorrow.